behind the scenes with future country rock blues kings and queens. Discover them first with Palm Mash TV. Palm Mash TV.
Well, hello there, it's Paul Mash TV time again. Thank you so much for joining us. Another interview is coming up shortly. But before we begin, don't forget about the subscribe and bell buttons below you there. And you're always going to be notified of any new episodes when you do that. And leave a comment on the comment section if you like. We'd love to hear from you there. If you pay attention to the description part, there will be contact info for you. And contact info is also included in the closing credits at the end of this episode. So I hope you'll stay tuned for that. From Spokane, Washington, we have Bo Haas for the third time on our show. He's got some great updates, and I'm sure you're ready for that. And we'll get to that in a second, but first, here's a quick word from the Caden Gordon Show, so don't go away. We'll be right back right after this.
The Caden Gordon Show, today's best country mix, is a 2-hour show playing independent and mainstream country music you know and love. Be sure to check it out at thecadengordonshow.com for more information on the show.
Okay, we're back, and with us for a third time on the show from Spokane, Washington, we have Bo Haas. Thanks for joining us again, Bo.
Pleasure is mine. How goes the day?
Oh, doing pretty well. We enjoy having you back, and his wife Cindy Lou was going to be joining us, but I guess she got tied up, so it's just going to be him, I guess. So why don't we start by the usual question I like to ask? Tell us a little bit about what's been going on with you since the last time we were on the show. I'm sure you got a lot of things going on.
Yeah, well, Bo Haas music is really kind of expanded. As you know, Paul, from talking in the past, I love to sing country and western. I am a singing cowboy, but I refuse to be put in one box in one genre as to what I can or cannot do. And so over the years, I started singing in the 60s. So I sung rock and roll, jazz. I sung Motown. I've sung a lot of country and western. I sang rockabilly. All of those things. So I've sung everything. And so I think I should still sing everything now. And so we started this thing called Bo Haas Music about 10 years ago, Cindy Lou and I. And we record people into all kinds of genres from all over the world now. And it's really been a kind of making friends more than making business for us. And so a couple of years ago, Wolf and I started, by the way, Wolf and Cindy Lou and I have a new CD coming out called, you're getting the world premiere right here, Paul. Nobody never heard it before. It's called We've Got You Covered. And it's all three of our duets together that we've done on one album. It'll be out in a couple of weeks. I'll make sure you get a copy. How about that?
Well, it sounds like a plan there, Bo.
Yeah, so Wolf and Cindy Lou and I are also recording an all original album this year. And so we started working with Roland Jewett, who you know, and I don't know if you've interviewed Roland yet or not.
Yes, I know Roland, yes.
Yeah. Another one of my buddies, man. And he and I did Croonin' and Swoonin' last year, which was a huge hit. People went crazy for it and said, oh, when are you going to do another one? Well, on the heels of that, I always wanted to do one called Broadway Maybes, where we took songs from stage and screen, and I interviewed some singers to do them. And we put that out there, and we had an overwhelmingly positive response to people saying, how come you didn't tell me? I want to contribute. I want to be part of that. And can we do another one? And the answer is always, of course, yeah, let's do another one. So we assembled and went through a lot of people, 16 of some of the finest independent artists from around the world. Literally 16 singers from 4 countries doing 16 songs. I don't know if it's ever been done before. It's kind of like a mixtape, right? except all these people are live for one, and they're all almost all a part of this International Singer and Songwriters Association. I'm going to put this up to the camera a little bit here and see if you can see it.
Okay.
This is what the, how about that? Can you see that, Paul?
Yeah, it looks really good there.
That's, the copy of the CD itself. And of course, we do everything like it's Broadway. So we put some of the greatest songs of stage and screen ever together. And most of these artists have a country and western background, Paul. When we're talking, hey, will you sing Broadway? And they're like, I'll try. And they said it was one of the most difficult experiences they've ever had.
Okay, well, that's quite some things, a bit of things that's been going on with you. I'm glad that you're still, making people happy with your music as usual. Are you going to be doing any kind of concerts, to promote this? If so, maybe you can tell people where you're going to be at.
Well, quite frankly, this is kind of a demo compilation to draw out a promoter and or a distributor to either want to, quote unquote, buy the album and run with it, in which case you got 16 people to split royalties, right? Or they want some of these people, if not all these people, to put together some kind of a show. So a promoter could look at this and go, gee, can I make money? That's, really that's what it comes down to, Paul. It's a business, right?
Mm-hmm.
Can I fill 500 seats or more? And can we all make a buck? Well, when you got 16 artists, that's a little tough. However, you might be able to do it with 4 or 8 if they're regionally. So, the biggest expense, of course, is travel and rooms. and then, of course, if you got a live light orchestra, which, believe it or not, counts almost like one person financially, generally speaking, because it's a lump sum thing. But anyways, yeah, if you can get the interest of a promoter regionally, these artists will show up and they'll put up a heck of a show, as you're going to find out here in the future.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm sure this is going to be on the streaming platforms as usual. I don't know how soon it's going to be on the streaming platform, but I'm sure it'll be really soon.
Actually, no, it will not.
Oh.
It's going to be circulated through private circles, through fans, friends, family members, and also into the recording industry, particularly targeting promoters and distributors, Paul. All these people, tremendous artists, every one of us, we're absolutely blown away by what these people have accomplished, as you will be too in the future. But the whole thing is, can we go fishing for a sponsor or promoter to show why these are some of the greatest vocal talents in the entire world? They really are. You know who Mary Hoey is from Ireland?
Yes, I know her. I've had her on my show before.
Yeah, sensational, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they go from Lisa Marie Nicole, Nancy van Eindhoven from the Netherlands, Wolf Milestone, I've drawn a couple of blank, Tammy Finley Day, who you, Cindy Lou, myself, Tammany Dove, Andrew Dean, Juke Johnson. I know I'm missing a couple. Oh, Deanna Imperkoven. We call her Dee Dee. She's astonishing. Ariane Ryant, who may know her from Roland Jewett and her had this is the second year they've been a finalist in the ISSA as a duet. These are just tremendous talents. Joey Santz, Cosimo Lizzi, as the names come to me, I'll spit them out. Nancy, know Nancy really well, and I can't spit her name out. Well, anyways, everybody knows her and loves her, so they know who I'm talking about. Oh, Linda Marks.
Yes. Mhm.
Linda Marks is another one of those. So, yeah, these are the people that have contributed, and you know, sometimes words come at a loss because, as you'll see, we turned this thing into a Broadway show. There's both a CD, which is the soundtrack to it, and top secretly, unbeknownst to anybody who now will hear this, there's a music video that goes with the whole thing, where all 16 songs have a music video put on like a Broadway play or a Broadway show, and you'll be admitted, Paul.
Yeah, and as a matter of
We'll
fact,
send you your ticket.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, and the song that I really enjoyed watching not long ago was a video that which we're going to play here. It's called Cabaret, and
Right.
and your wife Cindy Lou was singing the lead on that. I do believe it's a great song. Is there a reason for picking this song? Did she just like that song, or is there a deeper reason behind it?
Well, you know, once I had the idea to go forth, it was it became a project. You know, it became a song search, and then it became an artist search, and who would work with what. And once I had the songs down that I wanted, and I wanted them in a particular arrangement, then I looked at the artists, and it became pretty obvious that Cabaret by Liza Minnelli was not going to be an easy song, man. It's got like 5 tempo changes in it. It's got a recitation in it. It's got all these different composites of music. Whoever wrote this is brilliant. I'm sorry, I should know his name off the top of my tongue, and I don't. But it's a brilliant composition. And Cindy Lou said, "Uh-oh, I don't know if I can do this." And so she's not going to back down, man. She's got some pit bull in her. I'm not kidding. That's a real life cowgirl who used to race barrel horses and stunt cars. I mean, and so she said, "By God, I'm going to go for it." And she put a lot of hours into listening and going back and doing it. And as you heard, and what a wonderful video, huh? Are you going to play the video?
Yes, we'll be playing that in just a moment, actually.
Yeah.
Before we get into that, though, I want to thank you again, Bo, for coming on the show. You're welcome back anytime as well, and your wife Cindy Lou as well is always welcome back. So, anytime you want to come back, just let me know. I'll figure out how to get you back on the show.
Thank you. I'll make sure I send of the Bullhoss posse. I'll make sure I send them your way.
Okay. All right. Well, here it is, Cindy Lou at Cabaret, and it begins right now.
What good is sitting alone in your room? Come hear the music play. Life is a cabaret, old chum. Come to the cabaret. Put down the knitting, the book, and the broom. It's time for a holiday. Life is a cabaret, old chum. Come to the cabaret. Come taste the wine. Come hear the band. Come blow your horn, start celebrating. But this way your table's waiting. What good's permitting some prophet of doom to wipe every smile away? Life is a cabaret, old chum. Come to the cabaret. I used to have this girlfriend known as Elsie, with whom I shared 4 sordid rooms in Chelsea. She wasn't what you call a blushing flower. As a matter of fact, she rented by the hour. The day she died, the neighbors came to snicker. Well, that's what comes from too much pills and liquor. But when I saw her laid out like a queen, She was the happiest corpse I've ever seen. I think of Elsie to this very day. I remember how she turned to me and say, what good is sitting all alone in your room? Come hear the music play. Life is a cabaret, old chum. Come to the cabaret. And as for me, I made my mind up back in Chelsea. When I go, I'm going like Elsie. Start by admitting from cradle